Howdy, howdy, howdy. What up? Yo. What up, boys and girls? I don't know
Guys. Good.
What up, y'all? What up? What's up, Noah? Following Swaggaroo 69. Following the last hour, which is dope. It's nice. We're gonna get started today. Today we have a special guest. I'm gonna put the camera on this side. Special guest Andrew here. Andrew's one of our interns at the studio.
How's it going, guys?
We're gonna do this and eat ice cream.
Doing
You know what? No. Come back. What? I'll look at some like my artwork. Oh, my aunt did. This may not work either. Yeah, this isn't working. I thought it'd work. Maybe you just come on this side. I'll leave it here. We got a good stream today. We're gonna talk what we have planned on Discord here. Let me check out my Discord. See what's going on. It seems like some people have already uploaded some stuff. Bear Soul, if you're here. Here, Bear Soul. We got a wheat transfer link from Bear Soul. What up, Bear Soul? Harem? I forgot, yeah. Anyway, let's see. Bear Soul, I just downloaded your song. How can I set my song for feedback? Well, this is a great question. Oh, yeah, and we got Double Down final mix from Double Down from Oh Made That. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Just gonna upload those real quick. There's my phone too. Let me see. I think you might. I did too. Yo,
Yeah. There we
are that? Is it
go.
working?
Yeah. Hello? Yeah, I think we're good. I don't remember the name of the country that these pants are from. Definitely African. Senegal. Senegalese. That's what's up.
Alright, let me see if I can also go stream on I can never stream on Instagram for some reason.
That whole IG ring, the light ring thing the influencers got.
Dude, it's at the studio actually. does that. It won't let me stream. Instagram won't let me like the live button. If I tap on the live button, nothing happens. I don't know how to fix this. I like restart my phone. I restart the app.
You tried doing it from your desktop?
I do it like, well, I can't stream on Instagram from the desktop.
Oh.
Oh. So now it's working. Okay, weird. It won't let me if it takes too long, I guess.
I bet you there's some program out there where you can like. No, I mean, there's like some kind of software out there where you can live stream to everything at once through one like big hub, like to YouTube.
At least the ones that I've used here, it doesn't do like this. It does just.
Yo, let me join your live stream on my phone. Pop those numbers up.
There it is. If I can get the phone out of the screen there. There it is. Okay. What up, y'all? Yellow Duck is what I use as well, but I'm on PC. I'm not sure if that works with Mac. The problem with Yellow Duck is that that's one of the ones that I used as well, but the problem with Yellow Duck is that when it showed up on my Instagram, it was only the middle column of my screen since the dimensions are different. Unless they fixed it, or unless there's a setting that I just totally missed that corrects that automatically. That would be dope. Yeah, I'm not trying to reformat OBS for Instagram because I'm trying to do it mostly for Twitch or yeah. Cool. So today, let's go over the rules just real quick. First off, ask how everybody's doing. If y'all have any questions or want to talk about something before we start, let me know. But otherwise, we're going to go right into explaining the rules and the terms, conditions, T&Cs, all that. So, oh, look at that. Oh, it's gone. Oh, what's up, Gon? Oh, you already did it. Yo. Exclamation point rules. Pulls up the rules on Twitch. Rules for feedback. Number 1. Music has to be unreleased. And the reason why I do this is because I don't want to deal with copyright infringement type stuff. Also, I'm not giving feedback on a song that's already released. I'm not in the business of making people feel more insecure, right? I'm not in that business. So, if it's unreleased, then send me the stuff. Stereo files only, no stems. I'm not here to mix your song. I'm here to just give it feedback. Music must be submitted on Discord. If you type in exclamation point Discord, the link will come up. For persons submitting the music must be online during stream or the song will be skipped. This happens every once in a while. Someone that submitted a song is no longer in the chat. They fell asleep, whatever it is. I'm gonna ask before every time we pull up each song. So make sure that you're around. And number 5, mastering is usually $100 per song at the current moment. That's viable to change. But if you are subscribed to my Twitch stream, so if you are an Amazon Prime member, you get 1 free subscription that you can give away. And that's me. Or it's $5 a month or something like that. If you're subscribed to my Twitch stream or donate some bits or whatever you want to do, then I can just send you the file. if I approve the mix, or if you just want a reference. Yeah, I will. If I master something for you, and in another day off the stream, you ask for a revision, or like, hey, I revised the mix. Can you master this again? Put it in the same chain. I don't do that. I will have to charge for that. All right. Yeah, there it is. Don't give me a reason to add more rules, please. For the love of all that is holy, do not give me a reason to add more rules. Yeah, sweet. Okay, Yellow Duck lets you do it as well. Okay, you have to. Hi, friends. What up? Hey. What up? What up? Swaggaroo69. You're not. Yeah, Gon, you can't post links. I have a bot that cancels out links. And how long have you been? So next time you try to post a link. Yeah, on the Discord, please. Yeah, next time you try to post. We had a bunch of spammers here every once in a while. And so we're just gonna. Yeah, everything has to be through Discord. We had too many spammers at one point. Next time you try to post a link, if anybody tries to post a link on here, the bot will spam you and then delete. Like, you won't be allowed to post anything for like a solid 20 minutes. I think it's funny, or like 5 minutes. I think the first time. Let's see here. Anything else that we need to? Any questions before we start? Gun, I'm waiting for you to. I assume you're the one. Are you on Discord? I don't want to talk about miso soup. Who is Gon? Which one are you on? I'm submitting that one. Let's see what else. I'm just downloading. I see. Gon is dope. Gon's a great keys player. May the Pirate. Let's check this out. I'm downloading all your files right now. WeTransfer works great. Let me do this real quick. Which one did I just download? I don't want to talk about it. Oh. Okay, it's the same thing. That's why I downloaded twice. Facing the Facts, mixed by Toch. Yo, who is Toch in the chat? Yo, who's M. Felchi? Yo, who mixes with Toch?
You know Toch?
Yeah, Toch is dope. Him and I we met at NAMM a couple years ago. Pose, where you at? So yeah. Did you work with him often? That's just dope. He's like I don't know much, but I respect him as a person. He's dope. He's been on the podcast now a few times. I should have him you should send him, you should text him, say, yo, I'm on this chat with DK. He says hi. On his Twitch stream. Alright, I'm gonna turn down the jazz a bit. We're gonna start mixing this song. Yeah, we're gonna come back to the jazz a little bit later. But yeah, let's get the show on the road. How about this? the show on the road. All right. So here's the deal. We're going to listen to your songs. I'm going to upload them, make sure that everything is running. And, oh, I think I already submit that one. Hold on. Wait a second. Yeah, we're good. I'm crazy. We're going to listen to these songs. We're going to give some feedback. Another couple things as we kind of go along and listen to these songs. I will say that it's important to remember that when I give mix feedback, if you're going to go back and revise the mix on your own, what I'm going to be doing is more of like mastering mindset. So from a two-track perspective, from a stereo track perspective, I'm going to go in, I'm going to listen to it, I'm going to say things like, yo, turn up the drums, turn down the drums, with the vocals, here's some frequencies and whatnot. And I'm going to use like an EQ on my own end of things. You're going to see me do stuff. And it's helping me figure out what good advice and specific frequencies that might be useful to you, specific ideas that may be useful to you. You should not do exactly what I do. Now, what I do is more to help me give you better advice. It's not really a tools that you should be using. You should be going back into the individual tracks and doing nothing, no processing on your master bus as much as possible. I mean, if you want to, you can, but at that point, like it's truly just me trying to express how to give you feedback. Don't take away. The takeaway should not be exactly how I did things, the technical thing. What I'm trying to teach you instead is what I'm listening for, what I'm hearing, and I hope that you kind of learn and hear things very similarly or at a higher level like I do. And we should do, yeah. I mean, it's a little bit more different when you have like a nice studio and you have a nice room, a nice set of speakers and whatnot. But at the same time, I'm really hoping that the ideas that I portray really translates in a way that's viable for you. You don't have to have my plugins. You don't have to have my tools. Do it your own way. Let's just try to hear what I'm hearing. Any further explanation needed on this stuff? So on that note, let's get started with this first song. This first song is called Double Down. I think Bear Soul Music. Bear Soul, you just added this to the Discord. Is that right? Let me pull up the Discord here. Sorry, Double Down is Oh Made That. Oh, are you here? Oh Made That, are you here? You posted this on Discord about 7:30. If you're not here, we're going to go to Miso Soup. We're going to go to... I don't want to talk about it, but oh, wait a second. You're right. Wait a second. You're right. No, Bear Soul, you're first. You're first. You submitted first. You submitted before. All right, let's do that. Here we go. We're going to listen to the song. If you have any comments or anything that you want to say, any struggles that you were having before, feel free to say so while we're listening back. Nice. Hold on. That doesn't sound right. Give me a second here. Twitch was not playing back the song right. Let me see if I need to switch something up here. Uh-oh. There we go. Sweet. Here it comes from the top.
Birds fly so high above me. Wind blows like it is speaking. Don't know what I am thinking. Feels like I'm in a movie. Heartbeats, yeah, it is thumping. So hard, I'm out of breath. And you make me also nervous. Can't help the way I'm feeling. On and on again. The way you turned my head makes me feel like I'm falling. Down below, I'm crawling. I need you. So close to make you mine, all mine. I'm falling for you, 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 you. I'm falling for you, 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 you. It's crazy but true. I'm falling for you, falling for you. Can't see, my eyes are hazy. Your smile, it's so amazing. Just need you in my presence. The way you make me feel. Handshake, I'm overwhelmed now. Just breathe, I'm getting closer. Want you in all your love, 'cause can't help the way I'm feeling. On and on again, the way you turn my head makes me feel like I'm falling. Down below, I'm crawling, I need you. So close to. Come and mess me up just one more time. Oh, tell me sweet, sweet things, and I'll make you mine, all mine. I'm falling for you, 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 you. I'm falling for you, 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 you. It's crazy but true. I'm falling for you, falling, falling for. I need clarity to wake me up. My mind is spinning upside down. I'm hypnotized. Is it even worth it? I'm so electrified. You're on my mind like all the time. I'm gonna make you mine, so don't be shy. You deserve it. Come and mess me up just one more time. Tell me sweet, sweet things, and I'll make you mine, all mine. I'm falling for you, 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 you. I'm falling for you, 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 you. It's crazy but true. I'm falling for you, falling, falling for you, falling for you. No crazy things to do.
Nice. Nice. Good job. Real quick, I don't know if this is just the file that you sent me or if that's how it is. It cuts off, I think, a little bit early. The reverb doesn't die out fully. I wonder if that was on perfect. That's a dope song. I like that. Congrats. Is this one of your clients? Here's I have a couple of thoughts that I think I want to share. And God, it's the file that's you sent. Yeah. Good mix. I really liked the vocal sound, the placement, the vocalist sounded good. There's a couple frequencies I want to talk about, but first off, as this is, a mixed feedback kind of thing, let's talk about the mix here and some production stuff as well. Number one, the bass sounds really, really dope. This is one of those things where I'd experiment with. I don't know if it'd work out. The vibe right now, because I have really nice speakers that go really low, there's no saturation on like the bass, the droning bass, so it sounds really quiet. It's like perception-wise, it's very quiet. It's not going to come out of the phone or the speakers that well out of most commercial-grade sounds or speakers, transducers. There you go. And I don't quite. So I don't know. One trick that you can do is double the bass, duplicate the bass, turn it up an entire octave, and then blend that in with the actual bass. The higher the bass is, the more easily that it's going to be heard through smaller speakers. I mean, obviously you could saturate it, but I think if you saturated it and just like distorted it to add some higher nodes, then higher octaves through that way, then I don't think it'd be as clean. And I think it'd just be better if you just doubled it with an octave. I think that may sound nice. The vibe is amazing. I think that the lead vocal, here's the thing with the lead vocal. I think the lead vocal is great. I think it should change somewhere or another during the hooks and the verses. It's pretty, like, as it comes from the verse.
Come and mess me up just one more time.
That's not it.
All mine, I'm falling for you, I'm falling for you.
Is there background vocals? I can't really tell. They're really, really, really quiet. If there are background vocals, then I would say turn them up. I could barely hear them. And if they're okay, so I would also do something to change the hook. I feel like either you just automate the reverb to be crazy during the hook, or you do some sort of like vocal doubling, or you double it with an octave. I don't know. You double the track, duplicate the track, make it an octave, put a chorus on the octave. Something needs to be different, whether it's a delay effect or whether it's actual processing on the track. But I would love to hear some vocal variation between the hook and the rest of the song. The hooks and the verses. I really love that lead synth part, that that comes in. I think it's really, really dope. I will say just how loud those lead synths are makes it feel like this hook is kind of like an EDM dance track where it's less about the vocals and more about that lead, which is a fine move to make. But if it's still about the hook, I would turn that lead synth down just a touch, even though it's like my favorite part of the song production-wise. I just turn that down a touch. And I think that everything kind of vocals get a little bit more buried in the chorus. I think that if you either did some automation to turn it up, or if you did like the doubling thing, made them thicker, I'm not exactly sure what you can do without, there's a lot of different things that you can do without having to re-record another take. But if something that just makes it a little bit wider, I think that'll be really, really dope. This song is most of the way there. The mix is actually really well done. It's very good. The song and production is dope. I think these things will take it to like the next level here. And hopefully that helps. We just went right into it, but I really like this song. What's the name of the artist? Is she promoting stuff right now? Is she on Spotify? What's her deal? I really like that hook line. That synth is like my favorite. Let's get some MQ real quick. I'm gonna try something here. This is like a production thing. It's less about a mix, although it does have to do directly with mix. You have one thing going against you, the production wise. First off, there's like a lot, like 1.2 here, 1.1. The problem is if I dip this stuff, which sounds nice, there's not a lot of like 2 to 5K in the vocal or in the beat. I feel like the vocals I want a little bit more like low end. Yeah, the vocals I want like a little bit more 200 to 300 and less like 400 to 500 in like the synths, the instrumental. Because for me, 2 to 5K in the vocals just doesn't sound good. I don't like that in the vocals very much. But right now, if we want, I wish there was more synth here in this section and more vocal here. And right now there's a lot of synth right here and not a lot of vocal right here. And just not much of anything right here. This space right here is just like an open gap. And I think that if you can redistribute it equally, I feel like it's gonna sound a little bit more better overall. I'm not really able to do this from a stereo bus perspective. Let me maybe even in the synth, just a touch too. Actually, like that just doesn't. That makes the vocals like really nasally. Yeah, that cleans it up a touch. If we did this, I wonder how this would sound. I'm just curious now. Nah, bro, you did a good job on this. It sounds really good. This is a saturation. This is some distortion saturation. Dude, the low mids, and the low end, yeah. Yeah, this sounds really nice. You can see, for anybody that's new to Pro Tools or new to this stream, anytime I use Shift A a lot on Pro Tools, which is it bypasses all the plugins, so it kind of goes back to the original version and then turns it back up. You'll see when I bypass everything, it's like navy blue. Yeah, that like makes it feel a lot more balanced out. So kind of talking about that stuff, the bass, lead, the lead, and the hook vocals, I think should change just a touch. I think that'll make it sound really dope. I mean, you should never compensate with production, but that's what I'm asking you to do. I mean, it'd be dope if she could like record a bunch of harmonies and stuff. Like, hear me out on this, right? With you, just like a bunch of stacks of that, like with a bunch of harmonies. I think that'd be really, really dope. But I'm not gonna have you go in and re-record her. I don't know if that's a like if you like the further back into the process that you can do these changes, the better it's gonna sound, right? But so if you can go back, but yeah, yeah. I mean, she could, Laws. She's not opposed at all. Yeah. I think that in the hook, like if we added some more like R&B harmonies, like honestly, like just throw in some like R&B soul, like just channel that into some harmonies, and do some call and response or something into not necessarily like on top of the hook, even if it's call and response or like at the same time as the vocals, I think that would help significantly, and that way you don't have to compensate with like verb and delay. I think that would sound really nice. All right. I'm gonna go to the next song. Hopefully that really helped, Bear Soul. Did that help at all? I think so. I think we got some good stuff going on there. You can tell that I like the song when I have a lot of comments about it. So yeah, that's the umami. That's right. Yeah, man. That's the umami. They talk about that vertigo, that last little bit of saturation there. It really is. All right, thanks, Bear Soul. Appreciate it. Hopefully that helps. All right, up next we got Double Down. Are you here? Who sent me Double Down? Wait a second. Oh, Noah, you sent me something. Oh, and Daniel Roberts. Neither of you have given me access to your files. I can't access to them, any of them. Let's see. So it was a good thing that I did Bear Soul first. Okay. Oh, Mixed by O, are you here? That's you, right? Double Down. Thanks for all the follows, y'all. All right, Double Down. Where's Double Down? Are you here, Mixed by O? I was the last one to send it in the chat here. Okay, sweet. Thanks, Roberts. ASAP Roberts. Noah, I'm going to get to those right after this by O. Here's Double Down. Mixed by O. It says that in your name, so you must be a fellow mix engineer. But we're going to play the song. Any comments, concerns, or struggles that you were having, feel free to discuss them or put them into the chat as we listen first time through. Here it is.
Yeah. Double down, never double back. She falling in love, but I'm not a match. If it ain't money, I'm not attached. Plotting on scale in 100x. Double down, never double back. She falling in love, but I'm not a match. If it ain't money, I'm not attached. Plotting on scale in 100x. Double down, never double back. It was a dream, but I thought it through. Bounce back, I'ma pray for you. You taking them orders, you beta you. Nothing make me feel incapable. The sky's the limit, they say to you. But I talk to the universe. Life is scripted, but it's not rehearsed. Mapped it out, the seed is in the dirt. Heart and soul, I put on every verse. Everything I do, I am immersed. Spewing ain't venom, it didn't work. Walk in the room and don't say a word. My presence is felt like blind on Christmas. I go gorilla for interest. Man, better pay me first. Hit 'em where it hurts. I'm with the gang and we light it up. If it ain't money, it's boring us. Not in my league, don't score with us. Closing deals on the tour bus. In my own mind, I be going nuts. Outside, I be cool as fuck. I am the coldest. 10 years, I never stop my motion. They can't afford my focus. I be too diligent. On soul, I'ma bring it. And on soul, I'ma win. Clear vision with the clear lens. Vibe or so you gotta go. Slimy hands off the pot of gold. In my own lane, going adios on the Gold Coast. And I'm going ghost, slipping black label on a money flow. Now you know, hey. Double down, never double back. Falling in love, but I'm not a match. If it ain't money, I'm not attached. Plotting on scale in 100x. Double down, never double back. She falling in love, but I'm not a match. If it ain't money, I'm not attached. Plotting on scale in 100x. Double down, never double back. Falling in love, but I'm not a match. If it ain't money, I'm not attached. Double down, double down. Double down, never double back. Double down, never double back. They double down, never double back. Ain't no time for a plan B. Way to bring the bill, you answer. I cool, calm, collected. All the cream I collected. Play with my vision and come with a death wish. I can go any direction. R.I.P. to King Kobe. All the signs I decoded. Men and they feelings, they bogus. Get in your bag. Go right where my soul is. Honeycomb with the mochas. Spice and pours from my island. Paintings up in that MoMA. White Henny with the cola. That's what she want me to call her. So I oblige. Coke in the skies. Winnie the Pooh in my blunt. Midnight joke with the moon. Walk with my mind. Walk with my psyche. Follow the gut. Handle your business and must. Ride through the city, we run it up. We running them up. Energy up. Fruit platters on the boat in the sun. Live life cause you only get one. I'm alive so I already won. Give a fuck like a nigga or none. Pen and paper, get everything done. Write it down and it's all gon' come. Either all in or you don't get none. Half-ass, now take your plunge. Dive with the deep end. I know you can fly, so go get some. Yeah. Double down, never double back. She falling in love, but I'm not a match. If it ain't money, I'm not attached. Plotting on scale in 100 racks. Double down, never double back. She falling in love, but I'm not a match. If If it ain't money, I'm not attached. Plot no scale in 100 racks. Double down, never double back. She falling in love, but I'm not a match. If it ain't money, I'm not attached. Plot no scale in 100 racks. Double down, never double back. She falling in love, but I'm not a match. If it ain't money, I'm not attached. Plot no scale in 100 racks.
Double down, double down, double. We don't play around. Double down, double down. No, we don't play around. Double down, never double back. Double down, never double back. Blind scale on the rack. I damn me on the rack.
Nice job. Nice job. Give me 1 second here. Andrew's got a dip, so I'm just gonna leave him out the door. I'm gonna play through it real quick one more time. Here it is.
Talk to the universe. Life is scripted, but it's not rehearsed. Mapped it out, the seed is in the dirt. Heart and soul, I put on every verse. Everything I do, I am immersed. Spewing ain't venom, it didn't work. Walk in the room and don't say a word. My presence is felt like blind on Christmas. I go gorilla for interest. Man, better pay me first. Hit 'em where it hurts. I'm with the gang and we light it up. If it ain't money, it's boring us. Not in my league, don't score with us. Closing deals on the tour bus. In my own mind, I be going nuts. Outside, I be cool as fuck. I am the coldest. 10 years, I never stop my motion. They can't afford my focus. I be too diligent. On soul, I'ma bring it. And on soul, I'ma win. Clear vision with the clear lens. Vibe boy, so you gotta go. Slimy hands off the pot of gold. In my own lane, going adios on the Gold Coast. And I'm going.
All right. Let's talk about this. Andrew had to dip for just a second. He might be back a little bit later. They need some help at the studio, so he's gonna run back to the studio and help out for the next session, set up for the next session. All right. So, we're gonna talk about this song, talk about this mix, since this is the Mix Music Podcast, or Mix Music live stream, Mix Feedback live stream.
Walk in the room and don't.
Couple thoughts here. Let's start with the frequencies on this one. Actually, before we do, the first thing that I want to bring up is that there's some obvious distortion. And my first guess reaction is that it doesn't sound like it's on purpose. And visually speaking, it looks like it's from the limiter.
Walk in the room and don't say a word. My presence is felt like blind on Christmas.
So there's moments when the kick hits and the bass hits at the same time, along with the vocals. All of a sudden, it like distorts.
Closing deals on the tour bus.
Distorts the song. So I don't know what exactly it is that's triggering it. And I think
you, but I talk to the universe. Life is scripted, diligent. On soul, on the racks. Double down, never double back. She falling in love, but double back. King Kobe. Through the gut, handle your business and must. Ride through the city, we run. All in or you don't get none. A match, if it ain't money.
All right, so there's also no like bass in this song. I think that this might be one of those where there's just not an added bass. It's just like part of the sample. I think that the bass would sound dope if I don't know if there is a bass track on this. So yeah, there should be no reason for it to be distorting if there's no bass on it. Then I don't know, is the 2-track beat distorting? Something's distorting. It sounds like the vocals are also distorting.
I be cool as fuck. I am the coldest. 10 years, I never.
Yeah, it also sounds like the vocals are distorting. The mix vibe-wise, it sounds like it's more like an old school type mix rather than a new mix, which is fine. I just want to make that clear. Which is going to be more like mid-range centric rather than like top-end stuff. Like we're talking like Chris Brown, Tory Lanez versus like some older cats.
I be cool as fuck.
So there's a lot of this right here.
I am the coldest. 10 years, I never stop my motion. They can't afford my focus. I be too diligent.
Like this is kind of giving it that radio
I
sound.
be cool as fuck. I am the coldest. 10 years, I never stop my motion. They can't afford my focus. I be too diligent. On soul, I'ma bring it. And on soul, I'ma win. Clear vision with the clear lens. Vibe boy, so you gotta go. Slimy hands off the pot of gold. In my own lane, going adios on the Gold Coast. And I'm going ghost, slipping black label on the money flow. Now you know, hey. Double down, never double back. Falling in love, but I'm not a match. If it ain't money, I'm not attached. Plotting on scaling 100 racks. Double down, never double back. She falling in love, but I'm not a match. If it ain't money, I'm not attached. Plotting on scaling 100 racks. Double down, never double back. Falling in love, but I'm not a match. If it ain't money, I'm not attached.
Also, real quick here.
If it ain't money, I'm not attached. Plotting on scaling 100.
Those doubles, I'm not attached. Those doubles are like quite loud. And I think it would sound really, really cool. This is personal preference mixed in with some advice here. I think that, MF Doom type mid-range for real. And then I think that it'd sound better if those were turned down a touch, and if they were turned down, because right now they're just as loud, especially with the filtering. They're just as loud, maybe even a little bit louder than the lead vocals. Turn those down, and then I would love to hear it in a different space. Like with some reverb, some delay, just putting it in a different space, I think would sound really, really dope. But right now they're quite loud.
If it ain't money, I'm not attached. Plotting on scaling 100 racks. Double down, never
They're like on par with competing with the lead vocals.
match. If it ain't double down, double down.
And right here,
Money, I'm not attached.
double down. That specific one is considerably louder than everything else. And I would turn that down to match with to make it a little bit more symmetrical, to make it not pop out.
Double down, double down.
This part is quite loud, vocally. And then it goes back to normal when it.
Double down.
Double down, never double back. Ain't no time for a plan. Spicing ports from my island, paintings up. I already won. Give a fuck like a nigga or none. Pen and paper, get everything done.
Yeah, like honestly, this curve right here already fixed a bunch. This 2.2 hertz ish, 2 hertz ish, 2.1.
Yeah. Double down, never double back. She
That helped a ton.
direction. R.I.P. to King Kobe. All the signs I decoded. Men and they feelings, they bogus. Get in your bag. Go right where my soul is. Honeycomb with the mochas. Spicing ports from my island. Paintings up in that moment. White Henny with the cola. That's what she want me to call her. So I oblige. Coke in the skies. Winnie the Pooh in my blunt. Midnight joke with the moon. Woke with my mind. Woke with my psyche. Follow the gut. Handle your business a must. Ride through the city, we run it up. We running them up. Energy up. Fruit platters on the boat in the sun. Live life cause you only get one. I'm alive so I already won. Give a fuck like a nigga or none. Pen and paper, get everything done. Write it down and it's all gonna come. Either all in or you don't get none. Half-ass.
Yeah, that sounds a lot more like that touch right there. That sounds really nice. The last thing before we move on is from the clipping. I don't know what it is. If it's only a 2-track, there's only so much that you can do, right? With a 2-track, especially if the 2-track is already like hyper smashed. There's only so much that you could do. But with a 2-track that is already hyper smashed, I'm gonna put you on some game right now. When you put on the final limiter before you send it to the client, you want almost no limiting. If it's already limited, there's no need to limit it anymore. So barely you should see a light flicker on your limiter, maybe. Like that's how little you want to limit it on a 2-track that's already limited. You definitely don't want almost any gain reduction on that because it's already lost a lot of dynamics and lost a lot of transients. So I just keep that in mind.
Direction. R.I.P. to King Kobe. All the signs I decoded. Men and they feelings, they bogus. Get in your bag. Go right where my soul is.
I like the delay.
Honeycomb with the mochas. Spicing ports.
If you like automated some delay throws, I don't know if it's automated or if it's just.
I'm not attached. Death wish. I can go any
like that,
direction.
chop,
R.I.P. to
chop.
King Kobe. All the signs I decoded. Men and they feelings, they bogus. Get in your bag.
Anytime that you throw a delay, as in like you automate it on specific words and in specific spaces of the song, you can turn it up. Feel free to turn it up. Now, if it's like an overlapping, like a general delay on the entire vocal, I don't think you need to turn it up. But just on the ones that are like thrown, like
Never double back. They double down, never double
Ain't no time for a plan B. Way to bring the bill, you answer. I cool, calm, collected. All the cream I collected. Play with my vision and come with a death wish. I can go any direction.
I like the effects. The effects that you're doing in those sections, you could turn up the delays just a touch. I really like the effects. Like I think you can like play with it, like be a little bit more obvious with it. Yeah, I think this sounds great. Otherwise, Any other questions on this one? I think that nice job on this one. I'm gonna go on to the next song. Who's the artist on this one? You want to plug anybody on this one real quick before we move on? Thanks for submitting some music. Sav B. Yeah, of course. Appreciate you joining in and doing some feedback, submitting some music here. Up next, we're gonna do the two songs. Let's see here. We're gonna do Noah and Daniel, who submitted first, actually, but that's my bad. It's all right. Y'all didn't give me permissions, anyways. So sad. I'm downloading the songs right now. Echoes and another. Is it Javi? I think I asked last time. Javi? You can tell I lived in Hawaii when I'm pronouncing my W's with a V. Oh, what up? Oh, Sav B. Oh, dope. Thanks for submitting some music. All right, let's see. All right, up next we're gonna do Echoes with Noah Mix V2. We're gonna check this out. Any thoughts on this one, Noah? Howie. Your thought is, yeah, we suck. Huh? Howie. Okay, that's dope. That's important to know. Just want to be clear there. All right, Echoes. This is Echoes. Let's go. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Uh, so someone just asked on Instagram, the brass section is tight. What's that song? So first off, join us on Twitch where the mixer of the song is live right now with me talking right now. But this is Noah. Is this your school? What is this? Shout us out here. What is the plug on this? I gave you some feedback on this last time, and honestly, it sounds really really dope. And oh, that's amazing. All right, so this is you asking me to master this. Is that what you're doing right now by submitting this song? Student composer. Are you kidding me? That's amazing. First off, can we talk about this guitar solo right here? He just comes in. Oh, is it? Okay, where was it? Yeah, okay. Okay, fine. I'll master this for you. This sounds really good. I like it. You did take the advice really well. So the problems that I heard last time with the drum levels, the horn levels, the keys levels, automations, different things there, all of those were solved, and they were solved very well. Very well done. I really like this track, and I think I speak for all of us when I say that this song is dope. So leave the rest of it to me. Like anything else that I have to say, just leave it to me here. There's a new plugin I've been messing with. It's free right now. Y'all could use it. It's the Warmy EQ from Kieve or Kive. It's another Pultec emulation. Yeah, that's sounding nice. I like how live everything sounds and feels. Like it's amazing. It's quite good in that aspect here. I'm not trying to stomp on the dynamics too much. I'm not trying to stomp on the dynamics here, so I'm gonna do very little as far as like, because this is a live thing and it's already squashed quite a bit. Yeah, that sounds good. All right, let's see. This is like one of my favorite compressors of all time. It really is. That's so nice. All right. We're gonna do something here, like No, we're not gonna do this. We're gonna do. I've been really messing with this recently. I really like this. I'm not trying to use this one. Hey, turn down your headphones, everybody. I'm about to turn it up. You can hear. I'll put the limiter on the master bus for a second just to hear what the difference of what we did. Oh, I doubled it up. My bad. Here. See that mid-range right here? Giving it some balls here. That's what we're doing. Reverb. I don't want to do more than that, to be honest. I'm definitely keeping in him counting in. So this is a pretty high LUFS or pretty low LUFS, meaning like I could go a lot louder if it was a pop track. I don't want to kill the dynamics on this song. There's just so much dynamics that I barely want to compress it. In fact, I feel like even this is more than I could be doing. That's just because stuff like this is meant to be dynamic. And so there's very little there. And the reason why I use a clipper here, I'm going to put you on some game right now. Okay, a clipper versus a limiter. Let's talk about this. So I feel like and the sour because of the funk face. Right? That's funny. Just like the mean face. There you go. And I'm gonna put you on some game right now. With the clipper, what it does is a clipper will chop off the transients. It'll chop off the top. And a limiter will bring it down. So a limiter will mess with the dynamics because it won't chop off the transients as much as it like brings that section where the transient is. It'll turn it down. So anything else that's in that moment of transient will also be turned down in that moment. Thus, the whole side chaining, like pumping kind of sound that comes from a mix bus limiter compressor. So a clipper does something else. It literally just chops the top of the transients off, so it actually doesn't move that section where the transient hits down. It doesn't shrink it, or it doesn't like compress it. It literally just chops off the top. So although if used too much, it can sound much dirtier, but from a transient's perspective, it doesn't actually change the dynamics too much, like the feel of the dynamics. It doesn't add to pumping until it's being used at greater volumes, at like very great reduction values. So at very subtle reduction values, like half a dB to 1 dB of gain reduction from a clipper will maintain half a dB or a dB of that original squish feel, of that original dynamic. In the sense better than a limiter will. But they are kind of something that Dave Pensato in one of his videos talking about saturation compression. He says saturation clipping is one of those things where it's more of an art form where you truly just have to listen to it and decide for yourself how much you want to use and what sounds good. And this one's $100. I think this is one of my favorite one to use. Another one that I use all the time. This one's only $25. Is Standard Clip. Standard Clip is pretty dope. This is only $25. The problem with Standard Clip, from a mix bus perspective, it makes it a lot more harsh. Versus, like, the bass disappears a little bit too much. The bass disappears too much. And then this clipper. This one's more of a soft clipper. You can really hear how much it's clipping. It's all garbage mumbo jumbo now, but it definitely is like a little bit of a feel difference. So I use Standard Clip a lot more on like individual tracks versus Golden Master. I use mostly on Mixbus. Okay, so this one's called Echoes, right? Is there an artist name? If not, we'll just do this. I'll bounce this out for you. That should be good. All right, we're going to do one more. Sorry, Gun, I know you've been waiting the entire time. I don't want to talk about it. Demo 13, Splicer. We're going to go for this. We're going to go for that first. And then we're going to get to the Howie. Is that cool? We'll do that. M. Felchi. Who's M. Felchi? Who's M. Felchi? Hold on. I'm not. Facing the Facts. So Facing the Facts is going to be. I'm doing an order of when it was uploaded. I don't want to talk about it was uploaded before Facing the Facts. As of right now, you're going. It's this. This is the right order. You know what? Yeah, I resent a WeTransfer of just the mix. Oh, okay, you resent the WeTransfer on Discord. Let me double check here. Oh. I'm downloading that right now. We're just waiting for this to finish bouncing. This is a 6-minute song. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm really okay with bouncing and rendering times on audio relative to bouncing and rendering times for video files. You know, F the rendering time on video files. That shit takes way too long. I do not like that. I love being an audio dude just for that purpose. And the funniest thing is, like, for these video editing projects, I'm not doing anything intense either. I'm literally just, at least for like the podcast, I'm putting in an intro and an outro, and then I'm waiting for 2 hours on like my highly upgraded Mac with the upgraded video card and everything. Dang, it doesn't take 2 hours. It takes like 10-20 minutes, but still, it's way too long. Way too long. All right, we're going to do I Don't Want to Talk About It first. We're going to do Gone Song real first. All right. Can you Discord me right now? Actually, I'm going to send you the file while we're playing this song. This is the wrong file. You just sent me a new one. I'm going to upload the new song. Also, I really need to pee. I'm not going to lie to you. I really need to pee. but I also want to stay and listen to the song that I'm about to give some feedback for. This is a 2.5 minute song. We're gonna make it. It's gonna be all right. All right, this song's called "I Don't Want to Talk About It." Demo 13 Splicer. Peeing is important.
One more time, I'll try to understand. Does hurting me make you feel more like a man? My feelings burn like paper, like ashes in my neighbor's yard. You nearly made me hate her. You nearly made me hate her. Craving something to fill the empty space. Nearly decade of mistakes. I don't wanna talk about it. Don't ask me about it. Feelings like currency, didn't you know? If you choose honesty, they're in control. Never let anyone know it all. If they did, they'd be too powerful. Craving something to fill the empty space. Nearly decade of mistakes. I don't wanna talk about it. Don't ask me about it. Craving something to fill the empty I'm craving something to fill the empty space. Nearly decade of mistakes. I don't wanna talk about it. I don't wanna talk about it. I don't wanna talk about it. Don't ask me about it.
Nice. All right, I'm gonna play this one more time. I really have to pee. I'm not gonna lie to you. Do you want to listen to jazz or do you want to hear this song one more time? I'm gonna be gone for like a minute max, 30 seconds max. Do you want to listen to jazz for 30 seconds, total silence, or this song one more time for 30 seconds? I'm gonna play this song one more time for 30 more seconds. I'll be back.
One more time, I'll try to understand. Does hurting me make you feel more like a man? My feelings burn like paper, like ashes in my neighbor's yard. You nearly made me hate her. You nearly made me hate her. Craving something to fill the empty space. Nearly decade of mistakes. I don't wanna talk about it. Don't ask me about it. Feelings like currency, didn't you know? If you choose honesty, they're in control. Never let anyone know it all. If they did, they'd be too powerful. Craving something to fill the empty space. Nearly decade of mistakes. I don't wanna talk about it. Don't ask me about it. Craving something to fill the
All right, sounds good. We're gonna talk about this song real quick. Let's talk about this track. Let me close out my stuff here. Go back to what up. All right, sweet. So we're gonna listen to this song. So we just listened to this song. This is from.
They're in control. Never let anyone know it all. If they did, they'd be too powerful. Craving something.
Let me try this real quick. I'm gonna try a few things first before it actually helps.
They're in control. Never let anyone know it all. If they did, they'd be too powerful. Craving something to fill the empty space. Decade of mistakes. I don't wanna talk about it. Don't ask me about it. Craving something to fill the empty space. I'm craving something to fill the empty space. Replaying nearly a decade of mistakes. But I don't wanna talk about it. They're in control. Never let anyone know it all. If they did, they'd be too powerful. Craving something to fill the empty space. Replaying nearly a decade of mistakes. But I don't wanna talk about it. Don't ask me about it. They're in control. Never let anyone know it all. If they did, they'd be too powerful. Craving something to fill the empty space. Replaying nearly a decade of mistakes. But I don't wanna talk about it. Don't ask me about it. Craving something to fill the empty space. They're in control. Never let
I'm. Let me, all right, I think I'm ready. So the first question that I have to ask, since the artist is here right now, right? So May the Pirate, you're the artist of this song. So I want to ask a couple questions before we do some feedback here. One, it sounds like you're going for like a pop vibe, right? Like true and true like pop on the radio type of vibe, right? This is not meant to be some sort of like indie punk kind of a thing. Vibe wise, yeah, okay, sweet. We got that clear. There's latency, so I'm gonna like keep asking the question in multiple ways until you like let me know. I definitely feel the dark part. There's definitely like some punky soul behind this. But I mean, from a mixed perspective, I definitely feel like the darker stuff. I really feel that. So, in the perspective of this is a pop song on the radio, at least intention wise, this is what I'm speaking on. Because if you wanted to do something like more indie, more specifically more dark mix wise, like more like rock-ish mix, it's going to be very different. So I'm gonna talk in that perspective here, and it sounds like Andrew is back. It sounds like Andrew's back, so I'm just gonna go grab him real quick. Hold on one second. Also, yeah. So, hi, nah. Def want to be pop. Try to take the punk out. The punk. Hold on, wait a second. Try to take the punk out, but the punk is just in my soul. No, that's good. That's really, really good. I mean, that's like the only like pop with a little bit of like soul. That's the best place to be. So this is good. I really like that. But from a mixed perspective,
Neighbor's yard, you nearly made me hate.
the punk part is mostly coming from like melody selection, like very like I don't want to make comparisons, but definitely more like a darker 2000s, 90s, 2000s rock kind of like inspiration melody choice wise. So that's dope. I really like that.
Feelings burn like paper.
I really like your voice too. Your voice is really nice. And so here's my advice with this one, some feedback on this one. I wouldn't hate if you turn up the vocals just a touch the entire time.
Feelings burn like paper.
Right here in this intro, I think the drums could be louder.
Feelings
Like, I know the dynamic difference is supposed to be there.
nearly made me hate her. Craving something to fill the empty space.
I can't tell exactly what it is, but something about the placement of the vocals and the instrumental, it feels like it's in a separate place. Like, they're not quite. I don't know how to explain it. And if I do like compression, I don't know if that will like solve it necessarily. Usually that's if used correctly, it's supposed to help.
Nearly made me hate something
Yeah, like I like the dynamics there. I really like the dynamics there.
her.
I don't know exactly what it is that's throwing me off. And I like that first line where it's is very like reverbed out. I like that. Maybe it's where the kick drum is sitting. Like there's a lot of like really low sub bass. And I think that the kick drum could sit lower. Maybe it is sitting lower. Here's the thing with kick drums and bass is that if the kick drum is nice and low, like really low in frequency, and the bass is also really low in frequency, unless you do some sort of immediate side chaining or carving out, that the low end of that kick drum is not gonna come out. The speakers are it's a problem of the speakers. The speakers are already shaking from the bass, and then you try to add a transient, like it's got to be that much more louder for that low end to come through the speaker. So, there's a couple ways that you could fix this. I could show you one of the ways that I fix this on in a different track, but because of that, we have to pick. Like that's what it's going to come down to. We have to pick. Is the kick drum meant to be the low chest smacking instrument or the bass? And I think right now, if the same comment as the first song that we listened to, this bass is really, really low. I don't know if taking it up an octave would help. I don't know if it would. It would help mix wise. I don't know if it helped production songwriting wise. But it is a really low sub bass that is most likely not. I can barely hear it in this room with these speakers. So I think it would be better if there was some saturation distortion to that low end or blended in with an upper octave. I think that would be really, really dope. I think that'll bring out that compression actually did help quite a bit. So this is me emulating turning up the vocals. So this is a plugin from Ozone. So I'm going to type it in right now. We're sponsored by iZotope here. So if you type in !iZotope, you can get 10% off, as well as the first month of iZotope for free. iZotope Music Producer Club, or whatever the heck it is, their monthly subscription thing. It'll be totally free for the first month if you go to that website, specific for us. So sponsored by iZotope here. But if we use this will simulate me turning up the vocals just a couple dBs. Because as a singer, especially in the pop genre, I want the vocals to sit on top. Like, burying your vocals is very much culturally a rock thing and not a pop thing. Like, Beyonce's not hanging out with the band. Beyonce's in front of the band. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is the one thing that I want to be very clear. You're a good enough singer to sit in front of the band, to stand in front of the band. So I want to be very clear with you. Like, we hide vocals when it's not about the singing, i.e. Foo Fighters, right? This song is about the singing. Your voice is great. your lyrics were written with intention. I want to hear that shit. So this is simulating. It's not perfect. It'll also raise the synths quite a bit. So it's just simulating turning up the vocals a touch. And then this is simulating turning up the drums a touch. Just a touch, like a DB. Just trying to see what it is. In the vocals, there's some distortion in the vocals. I mean, it's I love the Foo Fighters, but it's not about the singing. You don't listen to Foo Fighters for the singing. I don't understand a damn word that they're saying. Relative. I love the Foo Fighters. Yeah, okay, so that is guitar rig on your voice. I really like that aesthetically. If it's distorting, then even more so. It needs to sit on top. I want to hear your lyrics. The pop genre is meant to make 13-year-old teenagers cry in their car because they relate to your lyrics so much. So if you distort the lyrics, if you distort the lyrics, then there's going to be less kids crying, and we want more kids crying. I'm teasing. That's a really bad way. But the distortion is also adding to this like 1K-ish. So I would say make the kids cry for real though. I would say like turn up the vocals. I think this is all super easy stuff. Turn up the vocals a touch. I would say turn up the drums overall, just like a dB, just a smidge. Be careful with this like 1K area in the vocals here. I would dip it out a touch. And if you want to distort it, a really good way to add distortion to the track without like taking away too much from it is you could duplicate the track and really distort the secondary track and then blend it into taste. So that way the original take is not distorted. The original vocal is not distorted, but you have that distorted layer. I don't know if that's what you did, but that's a really good way of keeping that cleanness with the distortion. And this is just like a general tonal balance thing that could be done in the mastering stage. I think that right now there's some like a little bit of like lack of balance. So like throwing some like low mids. This is not a good way of doing it because it's putting in on the 2-track, it's really throwing in like the low mids for everything. I don't want to do everything, just like some specific tracks. So general idea, like the way it's done now, just not very clean. But I really do think that as a general from a mastering perspective, the linear, like the frequency spectrum, I want a little bit more oomph to it, and the oomph is going to come from like that low mids in this perspective. Right now, the lack of balance from the top end, the upper mid range and the top end needs to be balanced out. Like if you're going to make a song bright, it can't just be bright. It's got to also have balanced low end, low mids. So I think this is to kind of like balance it out a touch. More low mids. And then adding airband. This is the secret to getting top end that's not harsh, is the airband. So you see it's starting from 40 hertz. Please, I posted this on my Instagram. This is not specific to this song. This is a general statement that I'm going to make. A lot of people boost the top end of their vocals. And it sounds really good. But this is something specifically to engineering. People need to stop boosting 9 to 10K in the vocals. That's what it just comes down to. 9 to 10K, especially when boosted on cheap microphones. Ugh. That's why we go for the airband. Like the top end stuff. It's a cleaner way of adding top end without adding that 9, 10K, like that hiss that's going to kill my ears. Adding a little bit more low mids, again, low end, upper low end. Just a touch. And then the last thing is that compression. I was kind of like, this section, last thing. Around 400 to 500 hertz, the vocals versus the keys is slightly clashing. So I would either turn this down on. I would leave it in the vocals. I like it in the vocals. I would turn this down in the keys just a touch. But if I do it on the 2-track, it doesn't sound that good. It makes the vocals really, really thin. And yeah, I would turn up the vocals. I honestly would turn it up like a solid, like somewhere between 3 to 5 dBs. Like I would turn it up. We just did this. Since y'all are part of Indonesia, we're gonna do this. This is Rin's song. We just finished this the other day. Where's Rin? We were talking about vocal placement and how loud a vocal should be. And this is kind of like, he said I wanted him down. So this is like, in a pop song, this is quiet vocals.
What this shit is before it get to me, yeah, get to me. Right now when we pipe down, I'll be all good. Too much, baby, I ain't gone when you.
So that is, it's not too quiet. It's kind of in the middle, but that's not too loud for a vocal. Put it in perspective. And when we play this, the vocals are a lot more buried. So and the reason why I bring this up is not because it's a bad mix decision at all. It actually sounds great, but it sounds like it's mixed for rock. And I don't think, that's why I asked the first question, is that I don't think it was mixed for rock. Like, I think it was meant to be a pop song. You're a really great singer. I want it to come out. And so, I want you, since you're with the Gons crew, can you DM me on Instagram? We'll make it happen. DM me on Instagram. We'll make it happen. I hope, I'll do something for you. Even if you just DM me, just DM me, let's talk. We'll figure this out. We'll finish the song. We'll make it sound really great together. Let's do that. Cool. We're gonna go on to the next song. Howie, Only Tonight, updated mix. Are you here? Howie, thank you so much for joining in. Appreciate it, Gone. Thank you, May the Pirate. Thanks for everybody for submitting this one. I really appreciated it. Yeah. Swaggeroo. Okay, we're going to move into the next track here. Only Tonight, updated mix. Yo, Gone, for real though, DM me. Y'all, Gone, DM me, for real. Oh, this one has a glitch at the end. All right, let's listen to this glitch here. You're lucky we only have like not that many viewers at a single time, because if this Twitch stream was blowing up, I don't have time to re-download files. No, I'm just kidding. I'm teasing. What is this one? Updated. Test? Latest. Which one's the right one? Latest or updated? It is latest. Okay. I recommend using file numbers, mix numbers, or else you're gonna end up like the people on the t-shirts where it's like final mix. No, really final mix. No, final for real mix. No, final. You should do mix numbers. All right, appreciate it. So let's do let's go on to the next song here. What am I doing? Okay, this is Howie, Only Tonight, latest mix. So we had some feedback last time. Remind me what I said last time that you implemented to update this mix. Remind me what you said as we listen to this song one time. Here it comes.
I sin to match your sins. Two angels just better lose a halo. Like lightning, it's frightening. I never get to leave what's in my head, in my bed, in my damn. I should be near my death. I confess I'm obsessed. All I need is you here, always here. I don't fit, even when you're the death of me. No. Only tonight I'll let it be. Only tonight I'll let you leave. Only tonight I'll let you be. In peace, in peace, in peace. Only tonight I'll let.
Okay, so you're in front of the computer. You were able to send me a new mix. Do me a favor real quick. I don't have any instruments in here.
I have a little keyboard on my phone.
Yeah, can you pull up the little keyboard? Da 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 da. Whatever this note is, minor. And make the auto tune real quick before I will listen to the rest of the song because I like this song and we're really close. Can we like it's to the point where I think I can like master this for you. If we do, rebounce it again. G minor, auto tune has to be G minor, and make it a little bit stronger. If you turn down the humanize, maybe that's what it is, or turn down the retune. The retune for something like this, I think if you take it down up to like 12, 10, between 10 and 20, that's going to be a really like nice speed for this track. And then don't use flex tune at all, no flex tune, and maybe a touch of humanize, maybe like. Yeah, so I would change that a touch. Like even if it's in the right key, even if when you put it in the right key, I would still turn up the autotune just a touch, just a wee bit. Yeah, like 10 to 20 retune speed there. I would like first guess keep it like within 15 to 12 is my first guess. It's gonna sound really great. But if you do 15, no humanize on it. Cool. I'm gonna come back to it. So Facing the Facts mixed by Toch. Who's this? Facing the Facts. Thank you, ASAP Roberts. Do that for me real quick. Facing the Facts. Who uploaded this? M. Felchi, are you here? M. Felchi, are you here? And then after that, we got Jordan is Sweet. Jordan is Sweet. Are you here, Jordan? Okay, M. Felchi, you're here. Okay, dope. We're gonna listen to this song. So I'm going to be honest with you. If it's a song that's already mixed, I'm not going to be super critical with my feedback unless it's something that I know is going to be really easy to ask the engineer. Again, I'm not in the business of like adding insecurity by saying something that's done or like I really don't want you to doubt Toch. I've never actually listened to a full mixed by Toch thing. But I like him a lot, and I think he's really good based on the stuff that I have seen and I've heard. I'm just going to let you know now, like, in the future, unmixed stuff is going to be better for feedback and things to keep in mind. Let's listen to this. I love Toch, so I'm really excited for this, actually.
Wow. This girl hit me, she like, what? Yo, you gotta face the truth. Nah, I'm facing the fucking facts. I really thought you were the one for me. I guess I was wrong, nothing different though. Getting used to them switching opinions, pretending I don't give a shit with this bitter flow. I'd rather lonely nights with medical, make sure my dad doing good, God bless his soul. I really thought you were the one for me, why was I falling in love? I'll never know. I ain't wanna fall in love like that. I'm hitting your phone, you call right back. Before I met you, like never was special. Now you on my mental, don't know why I'm mad. I'm writing the truth, cause I'm facing the facts. Love is a game, now it's just a trap. I'm about to focus on me and go hard for my team, look. Shit. But I don't want you to feel like you ain't part of the scene, look. I was just a teen and I was lost on my own. Double snuck up and swung with a mean hook. Have you ever felt like it was no one but you? Reality struck, you got your dreams took. Try and prove to somebody I'm different than most. Is a toast to the ones who the fiends crook. Shit, cause we got your crib on fire. DJ turn the speakers high, yo. This is a time for us to feel so alive. And hit a boogie, hit a jive, hold up. Yo, hold up. So my pool, some more booze in my soda. Life moving too fast, need to slow up. Stop lying, these people don't know us. People tell me I'm different, like so what? Ever had to adjust while you grow up? Only living life once, I might go up. I've been drinking this Henny, my dough up, it's fucking my flow up. I'm on a good pace to win it all. I want better for pops, might risk it all. Any bottles on ice, we don't care. Something else can nobody compare. When I walk in that room, they gon' stare. How come nowadays love be so rare? All my dreams getting lost in my fears. Needed help for like no one was there. To my brother Jack, he said we're 70, yo, we bout to get that shit cracking. Let's show your mom lavish. 100,000 in elastics, Burberry shades, designer plastics. I'm feeling fantastic. When I'm ballin', feel like magic, but sometimes stocked it when I pass it. I'm scoring the basket. Wordplay been feeling elaborate. I'm stuck in a booth like a labyrinth. But I need to change my focus. I'm changing my ways, hope you notice. Cause I was so tired and hopeless. My dad was in cup size quotas. Damn, shit. It's like, what? Face the truth. Am I supposed to face the truth? Stupid, man. You left me hanging, man. Some dumb shit. About to show you was wrong. But look, nah. I gotta change up the focus. I'm changing my ways, hope you notice. Cause I was so tired and hopeless.
That was really hard.
My dad was in cuffs, I was quoteless. My mama was broken, had no whip. I had to change how I approached it. I had to change up my focus. Look, I gotta change up my focus. But look at me now, it's just different. Hey, yo, get out the way, we whipping. Hey, roll up the haze, we twisting. And I had to switch my position. Cause close people stuck getting distant. They keep talking, but nobody listen. Now they stay trying right on my mission. But I'm pulling out no competition. Cause I was so lonely, stuck on my own. I had to better myself, now I'm grown. Oh, that's Young Fuss, now that's Darcy. The way he do that should be awesome. I keep killing these beats, I feel locked in. Couldn't help but just think about my pops in. Think about all the times he was lost when I was 13, just smoking and coughing. Now I'm bossing, got me sitting here putting my all in. When it comes to that love shit, I'm falling. And I just want somebody's heart, no stalling love, right? Cause I found a meaning of love. You try to put me down, and I try to put you above. I'm facing the facts. Facing the facts. I'm facing the facts.
All right. This is good. This is really, really good. So my thoughts is more based off of personal opinion. So, my thoughts is more based off of personal opinion versus his personal opinion. But there's a couple ways that you can approach a vocal that makes it stick out. And this is something that Michael Jackson with Bruce Swedien did for like the first time, like really for the first time, that kind of like, what Michael Jackson and Bruce Swedien did is, for their records, there's so much going on. A blanket of music. Trap music is so simple. Like, it's the most simple of genres as far as like production goes. It's the most minimalist, thus the easiest to mix. Trap music is the easiest to mix because there's something for the low end, there's a sample or something for the mid range, and then there's the hi-hats and snare, which is up top. Like, that's it. The vocals just sit in the middle or wherever. And it's really hard to get a vocal that actually clashes with anything in a trap beat. Like, it really is. So, on that note, I would say, because any type of mix sounds good in trap music, thus, to professionals, how well you mix the vocals really stands out. That being said, so Toch naturally has taken more of the Michael Jackson route. So, in Michael Jackson music was really well produced, lots of instruments, strings, horns, guitar, bass, keys, synths, and a bunch of other stuff, right? Percussion, lots of things going on. And they were trying to figure out a way to make the vocals cut through better. And one of the things that they did is they made Michael's vocals really, really thin, really bright, really thin. Not a lot of low end, not a lot of, like Ariana Grande. If you listen to like Ariana Grande's records, whether it's more so on the calmer songs, there's a lot of low end in her voice. It makes the voice sound very intimate, sounds very close to you, right? With Michael Jackson's music, there's no low end in his voice. And in this mix, there's absolutely no low end in your voice. And whether that's something that you like or you don't like is personal taste. But the fact is that it works. Your vocals are not that loud. like relative to the song that I briefly showed that we mixed the other day with a good friend of mine, Rin. Like, I mean, just listen to the vocal placement here. Granted, the genre is a little bit different. Hold on, let's go back to that song, and I'm just gonna play like a 10-second snippet.
Always know I've been one-on-one, but never been one for you. Right now, when we party down, I'll be all good.
Jay turn the speakers high, yo, this is a time for us to feel so alive and hit.
See how your vocals are a little bit more tucked under, but they're still very prominent. That's because your vocals in this mix is quieter, but it cuts through the beat like butter because of how thin the vocal is, in a good way. So the vocal is very thin. So another choice that you could do is make it a lot more broad and then turn the vocals up. So if another approach that Toch could have done, or we could do, is make the vocals a little bit louder and then make them a little bit more full. Neither is correct. I mean, obviously, my favorite artist of all time, Michael Jackson, that worked best for him. So this is what I recommend. So on a personal level, what I'd probably do is a little bit on a personal level, and this is not something that you need to change. You just need to be aware that you prefer this as well, which I don't know if this is going to help you.
Jay turn the speakers high, yo, this is a time for us to feel so alive.
There's a lot of this in the vocal.
Jay turn the speakers high, yo, this is a time for us to feel so alive and hit a boogie, hit a jive. Hold up, yo, hold up. So my pull, some more booze in my soda. Life moving too fast, need to slow up. Stop lying, these people don't know us. People tell me I'm different, like so what? Ever had to adjust while you grow up? Only living life once, I might go up. I've been drinking this Henny, my dope is
So like from a personal,
Jay turn the speakers high, yo, this is a time for us to feel so alive and hit a boogie, hit a
So on a personal level, this is how I would treat the vocals relative to this.
Jay turn the speakers high, yo, this is a time for us to feel.
Ignore what it's doing to the beat. It's making the beat clash.
Jay turn the speakers high, yo, this is a time for us to feel so alive and hit a boogie, hit a jive. Hold up, yo, hold up. So my pull, some more booze in my soda. Life moving too fast, need to slow up. Stop lying, these people don't know us. People tell me I'm different, like so what? Ever had to adjust while you grow up? Only living life once, I might go up. I've been drinking this Henny, my dope is fucking my flow up. I'm on a good pace to win it all. I want better for pops, might risk it all. Any bottles on ice, we don't care. Something else can't nobody compare. When I walk in that room, they gon' stare. How come nowadays love be so rare? All my dreams getting lost in my fears. Needed help for like no one was there. To my brother Jack, he said we're setting, yo, we bout to get that shit cracking. Let's show your mom lavish. 100,000 in elastics for baby.
Like, that's feeling a lot better, like, for me, personally. But that's the thing, neither of it's wrong, and you could have just listened to this and be like, nah, I like the original better.
Life moving too fast,
that would be fair.
Stop lying, these people don't know us. People tell me I'm different, like so what? Ever had to adjust while you grow up? Only living life once, I might go up.
One thing that he's done right, though, is that low end is feeling really nice. For sure. Like out of all the things that he did right, that's one thing he for sure did right on this.
Life moving too fast, need to slow up. Stop lying, these people.
Like, that's a really good example of the kick drum working really well together with the bass.
Life moving too fast, need to slow up. Stop lying, these people don't know us. People tell me I'm different, like so what? Ever had to adjust while you grow up? Only living life once, I might go up.
And like the way that it's mixed, it's like we need to listen to this in the club with some big subwoofers. That's like the only way to listen to this song like properly. Yeah, nice job on this track. Congrats on this. Let me send us the link when you send us the link on Discord when you drop it. Yep. And like the Spotify, Apple link, whatever links that you use. Feel free to upload it to the Discord when it's done. Oh, that's great. That's super great. All right. I think we have like only one or two left. I'm gonna cut it off from there. Because we close out around 10 usually. So Jordan is sweet. Is stairs. I think that he said he was gonna go. Let's see. Did I download it yet? No, I did not. Stars. Jordan is sweet. Are you here still? I know you said that you might have to dip because going to the airport or something like that. Are you still there? Oh, he's a homie. Oh, dope. I'm gonna upload it anyway. He said that he might have to do. I'm having to pick someone up from the airport. Hold on, wait a second. Are you at the airport? Hold on, wait a second. We're gonna play. Oh, I'm gonna get copyright stricken if I do. Oh, but I want to so bad. Let me see if there's a cover version of it so I don't get copyright stricken. Hold on. The original is just so good. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna see if there's a cover of it. Dang it. No. Dang it, no, there's not an official cover. Hold on. Am I gonna get copyright struck? I'm just gonna do it anyway. I'm just gonna play like the 10 seconds that I care about. That's all I'm gonna play before anything happens. Oh, what up? Are you picking up your girlfriend at LAX? All right, here it is. Dude, I love Wolfpack. If you know anything about me, you know that I love Wolfpack. All right, we're gonna listen to this song, Jordan. We're gonna play this.
Can I be selfish? Can I be selfish for a while and let you hold me? Stay up and count the ceiling tiles, I'll trace them slowly. Shave my fingertips, we'll skip the games tonight.
Right off the bat, those vocals are mixed really well.
We're never talking, so I could never get too close. And in the morning, I'll leave, and that's just how it goes. If we get lonely, we can do it all again tomorrow night. Maybe there's comfort in routine, the things we do, this in between. We orbit like passing moons, yeah. You call me up, I text you back. Won't let attachment come to pass. I fall too hard, but these falling stars shine across my vision. When you're gonna miss them, stars shaping constellations on my preservations. Can I be honest? Your every breath takes mine away. I'm in your orbit, but I don't want to overstay. We're so addicting. I could never leave you even if I tried.
I really, really, really like these reverb throws. Like every once in a while, he's doing like a Tony Maserati reverb throw. Like that sounds really nice.
Maybe there's comfort in routine, the things we do, this in between. We orbit like passing moons, yeah. You call me up, I text you back. Won't let attachment come to pass. I fall too hard, but these falling stars shine across my vision. When you're gonna miss them,
There it is again.
shaping constellations on my preservations.
Dope. Dope. That was probably my favorite mix of the night as far as like creativity goes. Uh, you don't hear a mix like I'm gonna say this like honestly. I think this is something that even I have to work on constantly. Like doing in like little things like reverb throws, delay throws like that really makes the mix interesting. And whether the mix needs to be interesting or not is up to you. But like for the pro level mixes, it's so nice. Like for example, like Antonio Maserati's mix, "Boyfriend" by Selena Gomez. He does that constantly with her voice. I'm in up all right, pretty restlessly drops, and you drops again to me reverb. Like the way that it's automated, the effects can really make the song. The one thing that I would say, and first off, I definitely heard some distortion. So there's some distortion, whether it's from the limiter, from if there's a clipper of some time going on, whether it's from the mix bus or individually. There's definitely some sort of distortion going on during the louder parts of the song. And the second thing is these hi-hats are very much like stolen, like level-wise. Either you listen to a lot of trap music or a lot of Stevie Wonder because these hi-hats are loud. And they're really, really like high pitched. Like I would take out 12K. Like that 12K from the hi-hat is like really piercing. And that's a little bit high. If I were to receive, this is a personal taste thing, but if I were to receive this mix, I would literally pitch shift the hi-hat down a touch. Just because it's really bright and it's kind of it's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much like bee stingy. Like I know that like old people, that's the first thing that they say about trap. Like what are these like Beato on YouTube constantly complains about trap hats and how they sound like the bee sting hats. And I think that in this case, like let's first talk about hi-hats. Inherently the worst instrument ever, right? Like hi-hats, because it's rhythmical, is amazing. Because it's very bright, it's amazing. Because everything else in the drums that's rhythmical is usually like. But hi-hats in itself inherently is a bad sounding instrument. I just I don't know what it is. Hi-hats are just really bright and brittle and just it's the every mixer's worst nightmare is hi-hats. All right, they're just inherently a bad instrument. So if there's a way that we could control this, either with just like putting like a low pass on it and getting it a little bit lower, pitching down the hi-hat a touch, I think it'd sound nice. At the very least, just turning them down. Right now, the top end is a little bit. What's the right adjective? The top end right now, it's really nice and airy, but it's a lot. And I think turning down those hi-hats would clear up the space in the top end for the vocals. Right now, even the kick and the snare is very, very bright. If we wanted to go more of like that 80s synth vibe, that snare. This top end from I'm just listening to the kick. Like just for the snare. And even for the kick, like a placement, this makes the song way too dark. But for kick and snare specifically, this sounds a lot better. You can even turn them up too, I think, a touch for the kick and snare. I think that would sound dope. That would really make the song drive. The kick and snare, especially when it's like 4 on the floor like this, or it's not 4 on the floor, like every, if it's just going like that, like it's got to be driving the song. So I don't know how much it would make me change my opinion if that hi-hat was. I don't know how much my opinion would change, but this is honestly like one of my favorite mixes for tonight. I'm really, really happy with the way this sounds, and honestly, it's just the hi-hats for me. Like in the first verse, like right here in the intro. Oh, that is not what I meant to do.
Stay up and count the ceiling tiles. I'll trace them.
Like I love that vocal tone. That vocal tone's really
Stay
nice.
up and count the ceiling tiles. Shaping constellations on my preservation.
So you want to ask that again, Mike?
It's not a matter. Is it a matter of repitching the hi-hats? Would that help too, or can it stay there? We just need a lower in the mix.
So, I think both. It's really high, thus, like it's pitched really high. Thus, it's a little bit more wispy, and so you should turn it down. But even if you pitch it down, you might still want to turn it down. Again, it's like really reminiscent of like regular, like really trappy stuff or Stevie Wonder. Stevie Wonder has like really loud hi-hats that drive the song, but these hi-hat patterns aren't necessarily interesting enough for me to think that they should be driving the song. So my first impression is turn up the kick and snare just a touch, make those a little bit less bright, turn down the hi-hats quite a bit, and that vocal tone is really well on the money. Like, and I think because of the hi-hats, I think when everything's coming back in, because of the brightness of the kick and snare and the percussion and the hi-hats, I think it's really taking away from the really nice vocal tone that you have. And yes, vocal tone as a singer, because she is a good singer, but from a mixing perspective, I think it's like when nothing is going on here,
I'll trace them slowly.
vocals sound really good. But right here, I assume it's the same vocal mix. It doesn't sound as good because of the clashing. Also, I really, really like the medical beeps in the background. The heart beeps. That's a good production touch there. That's some ear candy for you. Yeah, this sounds really great. I hope that helps. Please. Yes, this sounds really, really good. So I appreciate it. You're the producer as well. Are you producing this track as well? All right, let's see here. While you're answering that. All right, while you're answering that, let's see if we might do like one more tonight, and then I'm going to call it a night. Is there anything going on? I think that's it. Hold on, wait a second. I think that's it. We're done for tonight. That was the last song. So I'm going to bring the jazz back on. Where are you, Jazz? Okay. All right, we're back on. We're done for tonight. Wait, ASAP Roberts, did we not do your thing? Oh, wait, I fixed you. Hold on, screw this. No. You're right. We were going to do the auto-tune thing. Third time lucky. Mix for DK. 3. I want you to know that I'm still musical enough. And this is why I do so well as a vocal producer, is because even as simple as being able to tell the correct key every single time goes a long way in the engineering world. Yeah, I can't tell you how many of these vocal producers they like, I don't know. I think me being a vocalist, I'm really, really picky with my vocals, and that's not a bad thing because usually vocals are the most important part of the music in pop music. Unless you're Jacob Collier, where obviously vocals are not important, other than the harmony that they create. No stabs. All right, we're going to listen to this one more time. Only Tonight, mix for DK3. Here it comes.
I sin to match your sins. Two angels battle lose a halo. Like lightning, it's frightening. I never never get to leave what's in my head, in my bed, am I damned? I should be near my death. I confess I'm obsessed. All I need is you here, always near. I don't fit even when you're the death of me. No. Only tonight, oh let it be.
Like a mix of
Only tonight, I'll let you leave. Only tonight, I'll let you be. In peace, in peace, in peace. Only tonight, I'll let it be. Only tonight, I'll let you leave. Only tonight, I'll let you be. In peace, in peace, in peace. I won't let you go. There's no way that I forget your room, but you're in my bed, and I'm so obsessed. Need to feel your skin. You know I need you here. Who cares what you fucking said? You know I'll forget with no regret. I swear love is rare. Only tonight, I'll let it be. Only tonight, I'll let you leave. Only tonight, I'll let you be. In peace, in peace, in peace. Only tonight, I'll let it be. Only tonight, I'll let you leave. Only tonight, I'll let you be. In peace, in peace, in peace. I won't let you go.
Won't let you go.
All right. This is a really good time to talk about this real quick. As someone that gives feedback, someone that gives advice, I don't think it's I would be reputable if I didn't have a good portfolio. And when you learn anything from anyone, it is important to take that advice if you want to be like them or closer to them, career-wise, or in skill-wise. For example, if I'm trying to become a blacksmith, but this person that I'm training to become a blacksmith is only making swords, and I want to learn how to make nails, then their advice would still go a long way, but not as much as if as like a professional blacksmith that only makes nails or horseshoes or something like that, right? So I want to be clear. I've added something to this that I did a little bit ago is exclamation point portfolio. Exclamation portfolio will take you to my Spotify playlist where I have over 10 hours of music and way too many songs. Hold on, let me see on here. I have about 200 songs and 10 hours of music that you can listen to my portfolio of mixes that I've done. And this is mostly within the last year to 2 years, 2 or 3 years. I want to be very, and this is not everything. This is just mostly. In the year 2010, or no, not 2010. What am I saying? Last year, 2020, in the year 2020, I mixed over 1,000 songs, 1,019 songs in 1 year alone. And this is just like 200 of them from the last year as well as from the years prior and this year. So, because a lot of it was also like commercial stuff, like, so it wasn't as fun. These are songs that I like that I want to promote and that are really good, so you should check them out. So don't take my advice just because I'm not just an authority with some followers and stuff. You should listen to my work and determine for yourself if you should take my advice because you like my mixes. If you don't like my mixes, you should not be taking my advice. And I would say that this goes for anybody. For example, there are some people that are winning Grammys right now. I don't like their mixes on a personal level. And I'm not saying that I ignore them and that I don't take their advice, but I also take into account I don't like their mixes. So maybe their advice is not as good. Maybe I'll listen to someone else with advice from someone that's actually more credible to me. And it's a very personal decision. They're big in, like, for example, I think Tony Maserati and Manny Marroquin are one of the best engineers in the game today. Serban Ghenea, which most people don't even know about, is really good. Obviously, he does some of the top tracks, but I genuinely like Tony Maserati and Manny better. I don't really like Jason Joshua's mixes, not too much. I think they're really good, and I think there's a reason why he's famous. But relative to them, I don't like it. I don't like it as much. Another person that I think, at least as of late, I think has done a better job, but in previous years past, I personally have not preferred Mixed by Ali's mixes as well. They were a little bit more old school, and they weren't as bright, and they felt older and not as up to date as stuff on the radio now. So when you play a Chris Brown song and immediately transition over into anything Mixed by Ali, older Mixed by Ali, it would sound lo-fi, and I wasn't into that. And so this is a personal preference. I think that sometimes Jason's stuff is oversaturated and overprocessed. Personal preference. This is all personal preference. So, and I still listen to Derek Ali, Mixed by Ali for advice a lot, and I listen to Jason Joshua for advice a lot. But I also remember, I will probably seek out more Manny Marroquin, Tony Maserati's advice. I also really like, within the hip hop world, I like Leslie Brathwaite's mixes, which is why I went to his mix with the Masters in France and reached out to him. This is, I want to be very clear. So check out my portfolio. Listen to the songs, determine whether or not you like the mixes first, and let's go from there. Let's start from there. So on this one, sorry, that was a long spiel. I did not mean for that to be long, but I think that's like I think that's also like a little that's a little commentary on who you learn from in general. For example, there was some crazy, stupid statistic of all the people teaching seminars of how to get rich and how to be more happy. They themselves, like over 85% of them themselves, had not achieved what they're teaching that other people can achieve. They're making money from giving the seminars, not from actually making the money themselves. So, and this is actually a Freemason Illuminati principle that they teach you. Make sure you learn from the right sources. And let's talk about, and this, I'm not going to, like, I'm going to talk a hot topic. Everybody has their own choice. I'm super, super big on choosing for yourself. Everybody has their own free agency. You could do what you want. But, for example, this commentary could be taken into where people are learning their information about the vaccine. I'm just going to leave it at that. Remember who you learn that information from in life. Whether you're a house builder, a shoemaker, a mixer, if you want to be a good parent, I recently got some advice from someone much older than me, and I asked for advice about parenting. And this goes really well. Okay, I'm on a huge tangent right now because this is like a deeper topic that's not black and white. For example, like sometimes you not listening is not because they weren't credible, it's because you were prideful. So like it's one of those things where it's a fine line for sure. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up.
In peace, in peace, in peace. Only tonight, oh let it be. Only tonight, oh let you leave. Only tonight, oh let you be. In peace, in peace.
No, that doesn't sound.
In peace, in peace, in peace. Only tonight. it
Crap.
be.
That's not what I meant to do.
Only tonight I'll let you leave.
That's not what I meant to do at all.
Only tonight I'll let you be. In peace, in peace, in peace.
I want to bring out. This is a hard one. I want to bring out the drums, but do you see how much transient is in the drums right now? I want less transient, but I want more drums. I think I'm just gonna have to compress it. I think that's what it is. I'm gonna use this one. See how this one goes. This is a really.
Tonight I'll let you leave. Only tonight I'll let you be. In peace, in peace, in peace. Only tonight I'll let it be. Only tonight I'll let you leave. Only tonight I'll let you be.
I'm just trying to get this top end right too.
Tonight I'll let you leave. Only tonight I'll let you be. In peace, in peace, in peace. Only tonight I'll let it be. Only tonight I'll let you leave. Only tonight I'll let you be. In peace, in peace, in peace. Tonight I'll let you leave. Only tonight I'll let you be. In peace, in peace, in peace. Only tonight I'll let it be. Only tonight I'll let you leave. Only tonight I'll let.
Nah, I'm not doing I'm not liking what I'm doing right now.
Tonight
I think my ears are starting to get fatigued. I think my ears are starting to get fatigued.
Only tonight I'll let you leave. Only tonight I'll let you be. In peace, in peace, in peace. Only tonight I'll let it be. Only tonight I'll let you leave.
I'm not liking what I'm doing.
Only tonight I'll
Like nothing right now that I'm doing is helping. I don't know what to do.
let.
Here's what we're gonna do.
I'm obsessed, all I need is you here, always here. I don't feel even when you're the death of me. No. Only tonight I'll let it be. Only tonight I'll let you leave. Only tonight I'll let you be. In peace, in peace, in peace. Only tonight I'll let it be. Only tonight I'll let you leave. Only tonight I'll let you be. In peace, in peace, in peace. I'm obsessed, all I need is you here, always here. I don't feel even when you're the death of me. No. Only tonight I'll let it be. Only tonight I'll let you leave. Only tonight I'll let you be. In peace, in peace, in peace. Only tonight I'll let it be.
Volume coming up. Be careful. With your ears. Warning you now.
Only tonight I'll let you be. In peace, in peace, in peace. I'm obsessed, all I need is you here, always here. I don't feel even when you're the death of me. No. Only tonight I'll let it be. Only
That's feeling a lot better. How's that feeling for you? How's that feeling for you? Oh, not Discord. I'm trying to pull up Twitch. I actually like what you did around 10 kilohertz with that first EQ. What did I do? Did I just cut it out? Okay, we're gonna bounce this out. We're hitting some decent loudness here. I'm gonna bounce this out for you. I'm happy with that. We're gonna go with that. All right. All right. And while we're here, I'm gonna send Noah his thing here. Where's Noah? And where's the mixed feedback? Yes. And then we're going to finish having this one bouncing down, and then we're out for the night.
Whoop, whoop.
We're done for the night. Thank you so much for joining in. Here comes the jazz again. We're just bouncing this out. Ah, what a good night. What a good night. What a great time we had for feedback here. Oh, this was out of the camera the whole time, my little doggy. Say hello to the little boy, the sleeping boy. Usually I leave him in frame, but boy, I have plants in the studio as well, which is nice. I got like a hair in the back of my throat. Little plants here. I got my little Umpaman in the corner, my Totoro with the bonsai tree right here. Good night tonight. I think we had a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging with me and joining me, Andrew. There you go. And hopefully that y'all. Oh, hold on, Lige. Though. Oh, you're a huge fan. Oh, Lige. Oh, I'm a huge fan of you, bro. Of course. Yes. Make sure that anybody that submitted music and then released it, submit links for the releases on the Discord. There's a whole channel dedicated to promoting your releases on my Discord. And I appreciate everybody for joining in. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. Happy mixing, my friends, and stay saucy.